Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarif's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
Stay cool.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
Okay, we need to keep going here. I'm curious. What is this you hope to accomplish by coming here? Not just yet. You got balls coming here. What makes you think you'd be welcome?
Not just yet. You got a lot of balls coming here after your followers attacked our plant. What makes you think you'd be welcome?
They were not my followers, Mr. Jensen. The Humanity Front is a peaceful organization. Radicals have no place in it.
Right.
Do you know why I formed this organization? Because I saw a technology about to run rampant. You yourself seem to be living proof of it.
I'd be dead without these enhancements.
I understand that. I also understand that on an individual level, these issues can be complicated. But we must look beyond our personal interests if we are to see mankind survive the next century.
We'll survive, all right. With or without your condolences.
Okay. I don't know what to think about this guy.
I'm glad we had a chance to talk, Mr. Jensen. Meeting you has been very informative.
Just remember, you have a lot of balls. Multiple levels of ball.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was... Too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
Who's your friend? Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know. Hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuroposine dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Oh, very interesting.
Just doing my job here, sir. I'm sure you can appreciate that.
Yeah, and you've got a mean cold, it sounds like, brother.
And most of your people have been kind enough to give us a wide berth, so let's keep the hassle to a minimum.
Speaking of wide berths, how's your mom?
Real shame what happened at your factory tonight. My condolences. We'll be out of here shortly. Then you can all relax.
You will think on what I said, won't you?
Yeah, sure.
Athena, you've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age, Adam.
No. But I know nothing gets by you. If Sarif had done something that could compromise us...
Mr. Sarif has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning. I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh shit, I pissed her off.
I'm busy.
Damn, okay. Oops. Police investigate break-in at City Morgue. An unknown perpetrator. Damn it. An unknown perpetrator broke into Jefferson Drive Police Precinct this evening and tampered with important evidence, potentially derailing an ongoing investigation, said police. Officials have begun questioning anyone who may have witnessed the burglary, with an apparent focus on Desk Sergeant Wayne Haas, who was on duty at the time. Oh no. Haas is the ex-SWAT team operative who shot and killed a 15-year-old boy in Mexican Town 2 years ago, igniting a citywide riot. The precinct will be shut down until a thorough investigation by Homeland Security is completed. Jefferson Drive is the same facility where the bodies of those killed at Sarif Industries have been taken after the savage attack at company headquarters earlier this year. Gang wars rocked Detroit. Police are investigating a wave of violence that swept through one of downtown's gang communities tonight, leaving a trail of dead and injured behind. Despite considerable carnage, evidence suggests that a lone assailant, perhaps a member of the Motor City Bangers, was responsible. Whew, okay. I wonder if that's gonna come back to bite me in the ass, the whole neural hub thing. What is he doing? He's trying to move that ball with his mind, and he probably can, too. He's probably got ball-moving augments.
Boss, we need to talk.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though.
Sketchy.
Right?
He has now. But he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Okay, Mr. Alpha. Oh, a little beta sign there. Of course, you're right. Maybe Pritchard's paranoia is rubbing off on me. It's just the timing seems so strange. Don't you think it might be more than a coincidence? I want to, believe me, I want to catch these guys as badly as you do, but that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to. You went behind my back on this one, boss. Oh!
Adam, are we done here?
I'm thinking. Let's go here with refocus. I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive.
A little bit.
But there's something you're not getting here, Adam. Business is war, with no clear battleground and no rules to keep our enemies honest. In this company, I'm the commander-in-chief, and I have to be ready for anything, and I will do anything to ensure that I am. Now, I hired you because I needed a general I could trust, one who knows how to obey orders.
Yeah, he's changing the subject. Don't get me wrong, boss, I'm not questioning your leadership. I'm just concerned that the data you streamed might have been compromised, accessed by the hacker who attacked us. If so, how do you suggest I handle it? You know how badly we've been compromised. because the data you streamed through it could have been accessed, backtraced, and stolen by the men who attacked us. Our enemies might still find a way to hurt us with it. Yep. Oh.
Adam, are we done here?
He's probably like, this guy never responds, man.
I think I proved myself today. And the only reason I'm worried about that loophole right now is because the data you streamed through it could have been accessed, backtraced, and stolen by the men who attacked us. Our enemies might still find a way to hurt us with it.
I wasn't criticizing you, Adam. But I suppose you raise a good point.
Spit it
Your
out.
concerns about the data being compromised won't really be an issue as long as we stay strong and work together as a team. That's all I've ever tried to do here. Find the best, most qualified people I can, and bring them all together so they can complement each other. Now, Megan understood that. That's why she suggested I hire you in the first place. To help this little family of ours survive.
Oh, still more. Okay, look at Alpha. Boom. Oh, let's activate our pheromones. He's definitely Alpha.
Boss, I really don't understand why you're giving me the runaround. When you hired me, I said I'd give you the best I could, but I can't protect us if you keep hamstringing my every move. If you won't level with me and tell me what it is you're hiding, then I'm out of here. I quit.
Adam, wait. You can't leave us. We need you. Now more than ever.
Spill your guts!
All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data,
Uh-oh.
you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Go back to your ball practice. Yes, boss. Silver tongue. Getting things done. Whew. So now, I guess I need to talk to him about what's next. About my encounter with the Black Ops mercenary, Barrett. He's watching the penthouse for me. I do want to go check my computer first. And then we can have that conversation. I don't appreciate him holding that out on me, you know? Pritchard, for once. Not a complete dick face. Not a dick either, but, you know. Gray area. Alright, let's see what we can find here. Confidential, confidential, confidential. Great. Look at this, okay. Whoa, okay, here. I had a friend at the GeneView Labs run the test off the records like you asked. Does your subject know that neither of his parents are his birth parents? That surprised me. The mother was sterile according to those old medical records I dug up, but his dad carries no common phenotypes either. No, I did not know that. Thanks. Genetic systems tested. Percentage index 000, so definitely not. Okay, so my parents are not my real parents. That's good. Arthur Jensen. Wait, hold on a second here. Arthur Jensen's my dad. Margie Jensen, or Margie, is my mother. To Frantic Pony from Brent Radford are regarding my father. Brent, it wasn't easy, but I finally backtraced some of Margie and Arthur Jensen's past through their medical files. Arthur Jensen had enough connections through his old Desert Storm buddies turned security consultants to have certain records pulled, which is why the family is a ghost, but he couldn't hide Margie's records. For a period of 8 years, Arthur relied on the insurance policy of his then employer, White Helix Labs, to pay for his wife's medication. She was on antidepressants since 14 and needed regular prescriptions. When White Helix Labs burned down, all its files and employment records were lost and the Jensens stayed invisible mostly. Here's the thing. One minute Adam doesn't exist, and the next, the Jensens have themselves a bouncing and healthy 5-year-old. That's when they pull their vanishing act. So on a hunch, I sniffed around some more, and sure enough, the Jensens had tried adopting kids from several Michigan agencies, but Margie was deemed unfit as a parent. Next thing you know, they have Adam. There's no real trail saying how he was placed in their hands. Hope this helps, Lucius. Sketch. I found Adam Jensen's psych evaluation following that SWAT incident with the augmented teen. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it, at least not yet. I'll be honest with you, the psych eval doesn't paint a pretty picture. It mentions the problems with authority figures, a disregard for the chain of command, anger management issues, and potential PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Here's the thing, when you hired me, you said you wanted me to read between the lines, so here it is. The evaluation reads like fiction. I'm thinking a pissed off superior wanted Jensen off the force and had the evaluation worded to read like just cause. But most of the rank and file I spoke to respected and liked Jensen. They thought he was a real straight shooter, even though the SWAT incident soured his reputation a little. Still, even my source liked him enough to want to keep his psych eval buried. Very cool. Okay, so they did kind of dick me over with that incident. And these other ones we've all seen now. I don't know how these are sorted exactly, but it's all good. Okay, that is intense, so...
Athena tells me you spoke to Sarif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
That's awesome. No, pretty sure I didn't. No. Dick balls. Okay, where's Pritchard's lab? It's on the next floor, right? Farida. Here, Pritchard here. I wonder... Oh, he's probably not even in here. Nope. I was just thinking that maybe if I went and talked to him that he would tell me more about this, but I don't know where he is. So we're gonna go back up to Sarif. Elevators, I think, on the opposite side. Or not. There we go. Took the longest route possible. So, my parents are my real parents. That's one thing. There's no record of them adopting me. They tried to adopt kids, but they couldn't. They couldn't conceive, so could have made them desperate. My mom's a kook, not fit for adoption. Things are not looking good for me. And what's the score here? Oh, it's another Detroit-Montreal game. Fair enough. Okay, Sarif.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Sarif Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Oh, wow. So we're going to China? That's pretty wild. Is there anything else, Sarif?
You have your orders, Adam. Meet Farida at the helipad as soon as you're ready to leave.
Fine. Continue your telekinesis ball moving there.
Sorry, Adam, I can't help you right now. I'm trying to deal with the fallout from the Taggart.
Okay, back to Farida and off to China. Wow. No big deal. But I've got praxis points to spend like there's no tomorrow. What's interesting about the praxis points is that everybody who's making suggestions in the comments is leaving different ones. There's just really not a lot of similarities between everyone that's commenting, and I think that that's actually fairly cool because that's just a testament to how well done this is and that there's so many different paths to take. At the end of the day, I'm going to pick what I think is best for my development here, for my Jensen. But I do welcome all the tips because I often end up changing my mind based on what you guys are saying. So here we go. Farida's in town. When we come back, we'll be in China, I think. Probably. Okay, bye.